You're listening to Nighttime Confessions with your host Cynthia and co-host Judy. Pour yourself a glass of wine and welcome to the show.
In today's episode, we will read and discuss friendships with an ex's family and if using AI to write love notes is taking it a step too far. Our first writer asks, "Guys, me and my ex broke up a long time ago, and his mum and sister and myself get along really well. My mum talks to me every week and is always wanting to get coffee, etc. Now I love the relationship I have with her, but he is now engaged and I feel like it's a little bit disrespectful to his fiancée. What are your thoughts on this situation? Would you still meet up for coffee dates with his mum and sister or no?"
I would say, first of all, it depends on how you and your ex ended things. If you ended on good terms or if it was horrible terms, but you're still on good terms with the parents and the sister and everyone. I've personally never had this experience because all of my ex's parents have not liked me.
Oh gosh, see, that's the thing. Like when you have a good relationship with your partner's friends and family, and when a breakup happens, it can be very difficult to navigate what happens after that. So I don't want to say it's like his friends, his family, therefore like I can't, be a part of that anymore. It depends on how, like Judy said, you ended things. Was there any animosity? Was there any like hard feelings? Or was it amicable and everyone was happy? Like this breakup was the best for both of us. And he said, yeah, whatevs, you can hang with the sister. But because he's getting married, I feel like that's a little bit awkward because I don't want to be hanging around, with the ex's mother and sister while they have a fiance.
Yeah.
And then they see you around. Like, if you reverse the situation, how would you feel? And if it makes you feel like crap?
I think it also depends on whether this new fiance gets along with the family.
Yeah, I think that's a big factor. Because I know some people that are in my friendship group, like, they've dated the same guy and they met each other's families, but they're totally fine with one another. Like we hang out all the time together. There's no like backstabbing, catcalling about, just saying, oh, you used to date this, I'm better, girlfriend, whatever. There's none of that. They're just totally chill. And FYI, they have slept with the same person. But, I think it's just totally cool that they're like that. So it really depends on all three people. It's not just you, yourself, and I.
Yeah. And then also, if the mum is really so keen for you, like, to hang out all the time, maybe bring the other woman along as well. Turn it into a little group hang.
Yeah, like, you never know what could happen because you can have, like, an amazing friendship with all the girls.
Yeah.
And just be like, yeah, really okay with having an ex-partner being cool with everyone being friends. But, like, have that open and honest conversation. For me personally, it's definitely about my relationship with everyone individually and being really like, hey, are you guys still okay with me hanging out with you despite, like, the situation?
Yeah.
And if they agree, I'll be fine with it. But if I feel awkward or I find that I wouldn't like myself being placed in the situation that the fiancé is in, I would personally kind of like just be honest and be like, look, I don't think it's fair. Maybe we can hang a little bit less and see how it goes, but I just don't want to step on anyone's toes.
Yeah, because every week is a lot. That's very close.
It is a lot. And I think I don't even see my best friend Judy every week, and I'd love to, so that's a strong relationship you have there. Again, best to be open about it, not to be like, hush, hush, I don't know what to do, and then make a decision that everyone's like, what's happened with this person? They just ghosted us, you don't want to be that kind of person.
Just be respectful to the other party, but also if they're not into it, then have that conversation with the family and be like, look, I don't want to step on anyone's toes, and I think this is just for the best that we don't see each other as often.
Yeah, absolutely. Just communicate about it and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Definitely. Our next writer asks, I told my friend I had a crush on her ex and we might start dating. They were together for a year, 10 years ago when we were in high school. Him and I started working together and it took me a hot minute to actually realize who he was because it had been that long since I'd seen him. Then we started talking a lot and clicked instantly. Anyway, we went out for dinner together and had an amazing time. I developed feelings for him and he said he felt the same. So I decided I need to tell my friend the situation, and she got really upset, like yelled at me. I'd never seen her act like that before. She's been married for 3 years and has 2 babies with her man, and she was mad at me because I went on a silly dinner with her ex from year 7. She said I was trying to be her. It genuinely baffles me, but YOLO.
Girl, get over it.
Yeah, like that was a long time ago.
I know, and you're married and you've got 2 kids. Get over it.
Like, I know that it's nice to have that kind of fantasy, like, oh, you know, that was then, you know, puppy love and etc. But you guys were kids, you know, year 7, you know, crushes happen all the time. I don't think it was super serious. Like, you dated for a year. And if you haven't fully moved on from that person, then why did you not try to rekindle things when you had the chance before you married your current partner, before you had kids, to see what would have happened?
No, I think this seems more like she's just being a little bit selfish. She just doesn't want anyone to have any of her exes, because even the ones that she's had 10 years ago probably has never thought about since this time. No, you're just being a little bit dramatic, a little bit selfish. I think just get over yourself.
Oh gosh, like Judy's at the throat for this one. But yeah, it's just funny because think about it like this. You had a crush on someone. Didn't really work out. Did you like them that much or enough for someone to care that you were in a relationship and be like, go into a relationship with this guy because you dated him 10 years ago. I'm not going to be that friend. Like, do you have that feeling that you would ruin your friendship if someone did that to you? And if the answer is no, then go for it. Like, date this guy. Like, no one's the same person over 10 years. People change. People, you know, obviously move on with their lives like your friend did. Obviously, she had a family with someone else. So I agree with Judy in the sense that if you haven't thought about this person in 10 years and all of a sudden it becomes an issue, that's just being selfish, because you wouldn't do that to a good friend or a family member. If you really like somebody, why not pursue them? Why not have another go at the relationship rather than trying to sabotage a potential relationship with 2 people that could possibly be meant for each other because they have more in common?
Yeah.
You know.
I always believe you should be a girl's girl. You should support your friends.
Yeah.
And if you think that your friend might have a possible, like, amazing relationship with your ex and that you haven't been with for over 10 years, that you should be over, then you should push that relationship. You should be supportive and be like, that's amazing. I hope the best for you guys.
Exactly.
Don't be bitter.
I think the comment that really gets me from this particular piece was that she said you were trying to be her.
Yeah.
Who wants to be someone that was their version of themselves in year 7? Like, if that's what you're referring to be like you, the person that this guy dated, then that's such a false statement. Like, this guy that your friend's obsessing over dated the year 7 version of her, not the current version. So when they made that statement to you saying that you wanted to be like her, it's totally untrue. And of course, when you hear that, it kind of makes you think, wow, that's a really mean dig. Like, why would you say something like that? I thought I was your friend.
Yeah, it also just makes them seem very self-centered, and the world does not revolve around you, honey.
No, and I think that it was really nice of you to just say, hey, like, I'm getting feelings for this person and you guys dated, you know, just like kind of being courteous and getting her blessings a little bit. And I get that. Like, I would do the same. I just, like, if that happened to me, I'd tell Judy, be like, hey, I'm just going to date this guy. I don't know if you're going to be weird about it. I know Judy's really cool. She's not going to be, like, all mean about it and stuff, because we all move on in our lives.
Yeah. And it definitely seems like this person has moved on with their life. They've gotten married, have kids with this other person. Then you really can't be holding on to something that happened 10 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm also baffled.
Yeah.
I think, is this friendship worth saving, in your opinion? Because if you want to date this person, I don't see any reason why you shouldn't. But it really depends on if it's going to affect the relationship you have with this person now.
Yeah, I think about if you want to salvage the friendship. It doesn't seem like she's a really good friend, to be honest. But if you do, then sit down with her and just try to explain your side of the story and try to say it in a way that won't hurt her feelings, but just let her know, look, it looks like you've already moved on. I don't know why you're still holding on to these old feelings. Like, is there something that you haven't told me? Maybe you're still in love with him secretly.
Yeah. Like, I think at that point, I would question why she didn't tell this person their feelings like a long time ago.
Yeah.
And personally, I don't know if it's worth being in a relationship with someone that is that possessive of a person and has said these like mean things to you. Like, I don't think that's a good friendship.
No.
So we think that you should just go on and have a relationship with this guy, see where it takes you. It might not be a big thing. It might be something special. Who knows? But you never know until you try. Maybe cut this friend off. But yeah.
Or just put up your walls a little bit with this friendship, I think.
Yeah.
This friendship needs some boundaries.
I agree. Our next writer asks, I've been dating my man for only 7 months. Thought he was the most romantic person, but I just found out he used AI to write my birthday card, which I literally cried to him when I read it out loud because I never had a guy be so meaningful and romantic to me before. And the occasional I love you and goodnight paragraphs, all AI. I don't know if I'm exaggerating or not, but I kind of feel shocked as if this isn't really him.
Oh my God, this post made me laugh so much.
Yeah, like this one had me reeling as well.
How did she find out that this was AI? Did he tell her?
He didn't say. There was no follow-up that I could see, but I presume like maybe
He came clean.
He came clean, or he wrote another card and it didn't sound as romantic or as special as the last card, or she kind of like Googled it or used AI or something to double check.
Yeah, I think there's a thing that you can do now with AI where you copy and paste the thing and then you ask AI, hey, did you write this? And then they'll let you know if it's from them or not.
Oh, that's so cringy and so sad.
But I don't know. I honestly think it's cute. Like, maybe he's not a very romantic person. He's not very good at writing his feelings. And there's nothing wrong with getting a little bit of help from the internet.
Yeah, there's getting help, and then there's like relying totally on AI to just woo someone over. Because like in that way, you lose the authenticity of yourself as a person, especially when you're trying to reveal someone's feelings. And I say cringy and sad because I hope that this person builds the confidence to write for themselves to another person that they really adore. And like AI is all over the place. It's been around for a while now. And I think getting help, for grammar and stuff like that, there's nothing wrong with. But if you're just going to constantly use AI to have those romantic discussions on a piece of paper that someone's going to read and fall in love with, you have to ask that question, are they falling in love with you or the AI?
Yeah. It's hard.
Yeah, it's very hard. And personally, that's never happened to me, touch wood.
Now you have to go through all of Kieran's letters.
Yeah, I think I do. All 5 of them. But, it's funny because I remember back in the day in high school, people would handwrite the beautiful, like, love letters, the little crushes and stuff like that. That was fun. That is cute. But I don't know. Are they using AI to, like, are they just copying, pasting the AI responses to you in a digital card or, yeah.
I don't know. I feel like this guy is actually really smart. I would use AI if I was to write someone a love letter just because I'm really bad at writing stuff or thinking of like the words to like describe my emotions.
I guess I think in a way, it's a helpful tool.
Yeah.
And I see that. But I think, like, sometimes when you read something and then you see someone in real life and then you talk to them and they don't sound exactly what they do when they're writing about, you know, their feelings, it can be a little bit jarring.
Mm.
And I think, like, I think this girl might think she's a bit deceived. It's like, you know, the whole romance. Maybe he did mean it. Intentions were good.
Yeah.
But potentially, like, because it's not really from his own mouth, or, like, he thought about this, like, really deeply, took the time to do that, then it can, for me, be a bit deceiving. And I think me and Judy are a little bit split between this because I would personally take the time out of my day to write a beautiful love letter to someone that I cared about because it shows, you know, my dedication to them. But in another way, using AI to help express those feelings because you can't articulate yourself, I get.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't think he was trying to be super malicious, but maybe, like, just talk to them and be like, hey, I really like you and I appreciate the effort that you're going for me. But I would prefer if you, like, just write from the heart. It doesn't have to be super, like, over-the-top romantic. Just has to be how you really feel.
Yeah. Or, like, find another way to express yourself then, if words aren't your thing.
Yeah, there's so many different ways, like gifts or
acts of service.
Yeah.
That's my love language.
Yeah. And, like, you know, there's so many different ways. But, yeah, just talk to this person. It's still fresh, the relationship, you know, only 7 months in.
Yeah.
Just, like, you know, just be open and honest. You know, like we usually say, like, communication is key in any relationship. And I think if you guys really value each other, it won't be as awkward. You know, like, just like, be yourself and figure out each other's love languages, like Judy said.
Yeah. What's your love language?
That's a good question. I think I just do things for other people without having them to tell me what to do.
Like acts of service.
Acts of service. And, like, Kieran is really big on hugs and kisses. He's much more like
physical touch.
Yes, he is. And I didn't realize I wasn't so much of that person. But another thing that I do is I love gift giving. That's a big one. That's my big love language to all my friends and family because I like seeing people's faces light up when they have a gift that they really enjoy or appreciate, or there's a lot of thought put into it because that's something that I would like. Yeah. Hint, hint. But I think that's really lovely. And, like, I love crafting, so I like making beautiful cards for people, and writing is also something I like to do. But, yeah, yes, acts of service, gift giving, and writing is my love language to everyone.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah. What about you, Judy? Like, I know you said acts of service, but what's something that you really enjoy doing for your significant other?
So I think, okay, acts of service is something that I like to receive. But I think when I'm giving somebody else, my one would probably be physical touch.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how I show my affection to someone. And also, I think quality time. Yeah. But I think everybody says quality time. That's probably, like, the most important one for a lot of people.
Yeah, because, like, time is more valuable, especially as I found when I got older. It's like my time is so valuable. I want to spend as much of it as possible with people that I care about.
Yeah.
And just do things that are meaningful to both of us. Like, me and Judy hang out as much as we can. I would like to see her at least once a week.
I know.
And it's just like, you know, with busy lives, being an adult, you have to prioritize surviving first and foremost. That's for everyone, like, to make ends meet, to study, or look after their family. Like, that's just how it is.
Yeah.
But 2024 is when I'm going to make it a mission to make sure that I spend as much time as possible with my loved ones, because currently I'm spending most of my time at work or studying, and I want to change that. I want to flip that, you know.
Yeah, that's lovely. I love that. I can't wait to spend more time with you.
Love you, Judy.
Love you too. If you like this episode, make sure to support us on Patreon
for exclusive content and extras. We hope you enjoyed and look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.